Today we'll be unboxing the aircraft that always gets its money on Rip It Open with Newman. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we'll be unboxing the Collector from Mattel's Masters of the Universe cartoon collection line. The Collector is Skeletor's main warship, only ever appearing in the Filmation series. It resembles a large skull with grabbing talons, and once included a ray that could turn stone into living matter and living matter into stone. Alright, I'm excited to get back to the land of Eternia with this latest cartoon collection item, the Collector, which is the first vehicle in the line. Hopefully we can get an attack track based on a Filmation design as well soon. Now, I got my package from BigBadToyStore.com, as you can tell from the packaging. They are a great store. You can get a whole bunch of items, get them put in your pile of loot, and that way you can save on shipping. It's a really great store. I highly recommend them. I'm not getting paid for this, so this is free advertisement for them. You know, go ahead and shop for them. They're great. They're collector friendly. It's really nice. Packaging is good. And as I've said, I actually have a pile of loot in this box. So I've got a few Turtles of Grayskull items that are also in here. Unfortunately, there won't be a review on those, as I am not going to be taking those out of the package. They're going to be purely in box only. And speaking of boxes, here is the Collector box. The packaging is in pristine condition, not a single dent in any corner. It's very lovely. It's almost a shame to open this thing up, but I guess I gotta do a review on this thing, don't I? So before we rip this thing open and throw it in the garbage, we're going to go ahead and take a close-up of the front. We have some amazing artwork that contains my favorite view of Castle Grayskull. Turning to the side of the package, we have what looks to be another cameo by Imp, who is also on the Prince Adam Cringer packaging. Now on the back of the packaging, we have some great photography, which looks to be the prototype figures locked in battle. And hey, take a look at that Beastman whip. I want that whip, not that whip that came with the toy. And finally, turning to the last side, we have a bit of a surprise. We have She-Ra and Swiftwind. Hopefully we'll be getting those two figures in the cartoon collection. Although I gotta say, I still really want a Battle Cat first. Also, I nearly forgot, we actually do have some more graphics on the top of the package. It shows the features such as the extending arms, the blasters, and how many figures you can get in this thing. Okay, so now that we've gone over that, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get this thing out of the box. Got my trusty knife here, gonna get this cut open. And I don't know why I'm being so delicate with this. I mean, I am going to throw it away, but you know, what can I say? Take this out and throw that away. And it looks like we've got some clasps right here that we just have to twist off. There we go. And there we are. The Collector. Look at that thing. Shiny, shiny. I love the transparent green window in the front. It's very lovely. There's no scuff marks whatsoever. There's not a lot of paint detail on this, but it shouldn't be. It's a cartoon collection. It should be one solid color for the most part. And it looks fantastic. It doesn't look exactly like the Collector from the series. The arms are extended in the series, I think, all the time, whereas these are retractable. Alright, and here we've got the fins. Throw that away. And just an easy snap one. And easy snap. Maybe not as easy. Two. There we go. Alright, and we are fully assembled. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. So now that we've got it out of the box, I'm really excited to start playing with this thing. We're going to get some figures, do some poses, we're going to have some fun. But first, we're going to have to change positions. And here we are with Mr. Break Your Legs Collector up close and personal. Alright, the detailing looks very good. Looks nice. Again, like I said before, there's no scuff marks. I like the vents right here. This is really nice. I mean, I guess there is some paint on here. I believe the lower half is painted. I don't think they're two separate pieces. Everything looks really good. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's take a look at the underside of it. And it looks like we've got some electronic detail in here. And what looks to be a peg hole for a stand. So I'm assuming if you have the, what was it, the Wind Rider, you can use that stand to prop this up. I do wish that this one came with a stand already, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe I can find one down the line through Mercari or something. I don't know. I love the almost pneumatic tubing on the arms. It's a departure from the Filmation series, but it's a departure that I like. I really do like that. There's a nice satisfying click that comes in there. And popping up the top, we've got what I believe are the blast effects. Alright, so let's get this opened up. At this point of the review, I actually thought that I may have thrown away the blast effects in the box. So, yeah, yay me, I didn't. Alright, they look good. They look like blast effects. They're all one solid color of slightly transparent plastic. They look good. You know, they'll serve their purpose. So let's go ahead and test these out, see how well they fit in the grabbing talons. And it's a nice tight fit. Not too loose. You do have to use not a lot of force, just like a little bit. So it's a good amount. Alright, this looks excellent. Fantastic. Now peeking inside, we've got 3 chairs. And what looks like one of them is the throne chair for Skeletor, I'm assuming. It is both gold and bone design, so it's got to be for Skeletor. And it looks like this steering wheel is actually on a ball joint. I mean, it's not a steering wheel. The steering handles, I guess. These other ones are completely stationary. I don't think the figures are going to actually be able to reach them. And we have this right there. I think that might be for the Havoc staff. But overall, looks really nice. Looks good. So let's start loading this thing up. Starting with the man himself, Skeletor. Let's go ahead and get his legs repositioned. Alright, there we go. And we've got his evil minions. I'm going to put Beastman at the steering wheel because, well, Trapjaw, you know, I don't know. I guess he could steer it if he wanted to. But, I think I'm sticking with Beastman. I don't want to use Merman because Merman ain't driving for nobody. He's the king of the oceans. Now, it does take a little bit of a manipulation to get his arms onto these handles. I know I can get there because they're the same basic design as the stasis ray or the gravity gun, one of those two that Beastman holds. So let me just get it. I can get it. I don't need any help. There we go. All right. I do wish that I could get the Origins figures and the Cartoon Collection figures in a better seated position. I can't quite get it there. It's probably just me doing something wrong, because I know I've seen these characters sit down. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. They sit down well enough. Just lounging. I mean, and I figure as long as Beastman can actually reach the controls, you know, that matters the most. Once the Cartoon Collection web store comes out, I do think I'll actually have him in the driving position. He always seemed more like a driver to me. I don't want Beastman driving me anywhere. If memory serves, Beastman was the Starscream of the group. He's always trying to betray Megatron, I think. I don't know. I'm sure they all were at some point. I'm going to see if I can adjust Beastman just a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can get this Havoc staff in that little slot. Let's get Skeletor out of here first. And it's a perfect fit, so it's got to be for that. Let's get Skeletor back in here, if I can. Not so much with his legs bent like this. Yeah, it's not quite working, so I may have to go another route. Take him out. I went ahead and extended his legs so that they're straight now. I'm going to try and get him in there now. Still not quite working. Knock that thing right out. Okay, so let's get him in first with the straight legs. And now we're going to put the Havoc staff in. See if this works. Come on. Ah! And there we go. There's the click. Okay. Alright, fantastic. So yeah, it does work. Super. Let's go ahead and just turn it to the side so you can get a better view of that. And there we go. Just the Havoc staff just resting, just chilling. Alright, that looks great. That looks excellent. Let's go ahead and get this closed up so we can take a look at it from the outside in, and you can still see all the figures despite the glare of the lights in the camera. You can see the figures inside the vehicle, so that's great. Meow, 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 meow. Perfect. I really do like these grab and claw hands, so I think we're going to go ahead and play with these. See how well they can actually collect a figure. So first we're going to go ahead and take out this blast effect. We're going to go ahead and extend this arm so that we have enough space. Grab ourselves a He-Man, and let's see how well it holds him at the waist. Alright, perfect fit. Fantastic. I was a little concerned. It looked a little small. I wasn't sure if it was going to be able to get there. And I was wondering if maybe they should have went with articulated hands. But nope, it gets there. They don't have to do that. Look at that. That's a tight fit. That looks really good. So if you do in fact have a stand, you'll be able to put a figure in the talons of the collector. So that works very well. I mean, you can't do it while it's sitting there like that because the figure's legs are going to be in the way. So it has to be propped up, which is why I do not understand why you just didn't get a stand with this. It's a little, bit of a question mark for me. So again, I think that hole in the bottom of it should fit a stand from the Wind Raider, but I've got my Wind Raider still unboxed and I don't plan on unpackaging it. And even if I did have it unpackaged, that means I would have to take the Wind Raider off of its stand in order to put it on this one. And yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, final thoughts. I think this is a great vehicle for the cartoon collection line. It looks really good, looks nice and clean, sculpting's good, it looks close enough to the Filmation version. You always have to make some changes, especially with these vehicles, because if you're going to do it the actual scale of the show, the thing's going to be huge. And also you have to take into account any sort of action features you want to put in there, so on and so forth. But overall, I think it's a win. I think it's really good. I paid $45 for this from Big Bad Toy Store. Overall, I would say it's the correct amount of money. I wouldn't say it's too expensive or that it's too cheap. I think it's just right. I think it's Goldilocks territory. I really like the transparent window as well as the sort of the pneumatic tubes for the arms. I think those are really great. I like the fact that you can get at least 3 figures in here and that there's a little spot for Skeletor's Havoc Staff. That's nice. Add to the fact that the steering apparatus is on a ball joint, I think we've got a definite win. I really like this toy. Good job, Mattel. You get a gold star. So that's going to pretty much wrap everything up. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will check you later.